My name is Kevin Caden, and I live in unincorporated Polk County. I read a lot of books, watch a lot of documentaries about World War II. Truly a battle between good and evil. And never forgetting Franklin Delano Roosevelt's memorable speech.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
And when I heard that, I have to admit, I thought of everybody here. Because at the previous commission meeting, where both Commissioners McLeod and Reed didn't bother to show up, Lake Bonny was declared at flood stage on July 25th. These victims were saying back in the first days of August that there was a problem. You ignored them. They were checking your malfunctioning pump morning, noon, and night because you ignored them. Over and over, warnings about the pump, but you ignored them. I heard City Manager Sherrouse lament that he was here until 11 p.m., then back at 6 a.m. because of the situation with them. Oh, the inconvenience. He says, go bother the county people. But of course they say, it's your pump. It's your responsibility. Surprise! I'll ask Commissioner Music, should we call it something else besides a flood? Because the word flood implies that a multitude of people have had their homes flooded. I saw Commissioner Madden. It looked like she was almost crying, like she really cared. And if I hadn't done so much research on her, I almost would have believed it. Hundreds and hundreds of previous victims from other scandals she, nor anybody else up there, cares about. So what is another couple hundred names added to the list?
We thought we had a solution on Friday. I mean, I don't know why we can't say these things out loud. We thought we were going to be able to get big, large pipes and be able to put them across the railroad tracks and start draining these lakes. But you know what? We can't make that decision by ourselves. So then CSX, they say you can't go over the tracks. So then you have to bore underneath the tracks. So then we have to figure out the cost of boring underneath the tracks.
This is who is running this city, and people wonder why what is happening. Mayor Muntz, always right there, this time with the concerned face, instead of the patented Muntz smile, saying mistakes were made. Hindsight is 20/20. Up there with his little red gavel, playing his game, watching his pawns, feigning concern, but the truth is exposed in one short interaction.
And I apologize. I was told that I was going to have 4 to 5 minutes, so if you'll just let me finish.
No, thank you. Appreciate
That
it.
is such a bummer.
Well, you could let someone else finish it for you.
I'm sorry, what?
You could let someone else finish it for you.
Okay. We were told 5 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. That's not somebody else's decision, that's my decision, okay? Because of the number of people and because we still have another meeting to do as well. So it's a combination.
We're homeless. We don't care.
I understand that, and let's not try and blur those issues.
Mayor, or should I say King Mutz, flouts his own rules when it suits him and ignores Resolution 5407. And sure, 9 minutes later, somebody up there figured out what a PR nightmare Mayor Muntz created by not understanding his own rules, Resolution 5407. But it happened because she was exposing the truth. It's an indication of indifference, proof of your priorities. It was stunning to see the before and after photos of Lake Mirror. I didn't know the absolute superhuman effort it took to restore. The car show must go on. The abject abandonment of the residents of Lake Bonny by you people, let them eat soggy cake. Inactions speak louder than tepid words, and the fact is nothing was done prior to a multitude of victims showing up here, some swearing. I guess their pitchforks are at the bottom of Lake Bonny. And then for the Ledger to report it. And if the Ledger hadn't reported it, you can be sure nothing would have been done. That is your standard operating procedure, not your problem. None of you have 2 extra minutes to spare to listen to a lady whose house you're responsible for destroying. You're all in the process of trying to decide between lobster and filet mignon for your next lunch. So, as I'm hoping to come into quite a bit of money at some point soon, and of course otherwise, if I don't, sure, it was almost $100, but I have a reputation as a bit of a spendthrift, so I had a plaque made to commemorate the harm of your hubris to yet another group of your innocent victims. Your names living on in infamy.